Hello, boys and girls. So today we're going to be reading Paddington Set Sails. This is Paddington. So it's a pretty easy book to read. If you can't read it quite yet, you can always get a parent or a guardian or anybody to just read you the book. Paddington Set Sails. Paddington is at the beach. One morning, Mr. Brown had a surprise. "We're taking a trip to the beach," he said. Paddington, Jonathan, and Judy cheered. Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Bird were excited too. This is Mrs. Bird, Judy, Jonathan, Mrs. Brown, Mr. Brown, and Paddington. Paddington had never been to the beach. He did not know what to bring, so he packed everything. Soon they were on their way. Paddington poked his head out the window. He sniffed the salty sea air. Paddington with his head out the window, and he's packing everything to go to the beach. At the beach, Paddington got a pail, shovel, sunglasses, and a float. He was ready for anything. That is Paddington and everyone at the beach. The tide was low, so they went into the water. Jonathan and Judy splashed and swam. Paddington floated in the waves. This is Paddington floating and Johnny and Judy playing, splashing the water. At lunch, Mr. Brown had a great idea. He said, "Let's have a sandcastle contest." Paddington, Judy, and Jonathan would each make a sandcastle. The biggest castle would win. Paddington wanted to win. First, he found a perfect spot. He dug a moat. He carried pails and pails of sand. He made walls and windows. He's gathering everything to make his sandcastle. Paddington placed his hat on the top of the castle. Finally, he was done. Paddington's big sandcastle was perfect. He's in awe about the sandcastle. Paddington sat inside his castle. Sandcastle work was hard and he was tired. He then fell asleep. Oh no! The tide had come in. It knocked down Paddington's sandcastle. It carried Paddington's pail out to sea with Paddington in it. Oh no! Let's see what happens next. The Browns were worried it was getting late. They found Paddington's hat but could not find Paddington. Where had he gone? Everybody's looking for Paddington. Then the Browns spotted people gathering near the pier. They ran to the crowd. It was Paddington! They found him! People believed that Paddington had floated all the way across the sea. They took his picture. "Did you float here in this pail?" the girl asked. "Yes, I used my shovel as a paddle," said Paddington. People believed that Paddington had floated all the way across the sea. They took his picture. "Did you float here in this pail?" a girl asked. "Yes, I used my shovel as a paddle," said Paddington. The sun was setting. It was time to go home. "Did you enjoy your trip, Paddington?" asked Judy. "Yes." The sun was setting. It was time to go home. "Did you enjoy your trip, Paddington?" asked Judy. "Yes." Not many bears go to sea in a bucket, he said. He's telling them about all the things he did in the sea. The Browns were so happy to have Paddington back. Today's trip was a bit shorter than when you came from darkest Peru, said Mr. Brown. They're all in the car leaving the beach. Paddington did not hear. He was fast asleep. The end.